improve his public speaking and leadership skills. Dear Toastmasters and guests, and for our audience online, please use the emojis, put your hands together as we welcome the president of Seaside Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Ebube Modi.
Can we keep celebrating Toastmasters Club? Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmasters Club, for setting the tone and gracefully calling today's meeting to order. Fellow Toastmasters and guests joining us physically and those joining us online. First, we would like to begin by apologizing for starting today's meeting very late. We are very sorry. This is not our character. The rain took a toll on us, and we sincerely apologize. Please do find a place in your heart to forgive us. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and welcome. This is Seaside Toastmasters Club, and at Seaside, we are a public speaking and leadership development club. And we would like to say thank you to everyone who has made out time to join us today, despite the rain and despite the activities happening around. I'd like to say thank you. I also like to say special thank you to our guests who have also joined us in today's meeting. Guests joining us virtually and guests joining us physically. We would like to say thank you and welcome. Also, we understand that you have expectations for today's meeting, and I'd like to really appreciate the entire experts of Seaside Toastmasters Club, particularly the Vice President Education team who have been working around the club to ensure that we get to meet you at the point of your need for getting to come and to join us in today's meeting. So please feel free, yes, relax and enjoy the moment, because the experts has put in a lot of work to ensure that they will leave you with something and meet you exactly at the point of your need. But what we are going to be asking for in return is if you can give us just one thing, which is your participation and presence of mind. If you give us the presence of mind because of the meeting, I believe that we're going to have a seamless meeting. Please join us to clap when you have to clap, laugh when you have to laugh, and just participate and let us drive proper meeting engagement. The mission of Seaside Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters International is to create a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, thereby resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And the mission, passing the torch, is a reminder that leadership itself is a continuous journey. Leadership positions may come and go, but the legacies and the impacts that we leave may be long-lasting even after the leadership position has been occupied and gone. Passing the torch gives leaders the opportunity to assume leadership positions. For leaders who are willing and ready, gives them the opportunity to assume leadership positions and get to express themselves. And I'd like to say a special thank you to Toastmasters International, who has given us this platform to have leaders come off stage, have leaders get to assume leadership positions, have leaders get to lead, and have leaders get to express themselves. And Toastmasters is one of a kind because they have democratized leadership and also demystified leadership for our own personal and professional growth. So I'd like to encourage everyone who are members of Toastmasters International that anywhere they find themselves doing bit and little of activities in leadership or trying to build up something, so please do it well, because those are the bits and pieces that get to build us to form who we need to become. And I'd like to encourage us, please let us be more diligent when we get to assume this leadership position. I'd like to especially thank the Seaside Toastmasters Club, the entire Toastmasters community, and everyone who has supported us in the course of our Toastmasters year. As you are already aware, or as you may be already aware, today is going to be my last meeting as the presiding president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. And subsequent meetings, we're going to be ushering in a new set of experts who are diligent, who are passionate about getting to deliver value to Seaside Toastmasters Club. I also like to congratulate the new set of experts and especially thank them for getting to accept the leadership positions that they have been elected in. I'd like to say thank you. And I'd also like to tell them not to worry about anything. Whatever that is needed, the capacity that is needed, the resources that is needed, provisions are going to be made available. And I say this for a fact because I have the knowledge and experience. It may seem as though the resources are not there, they just get started. And we'll be amazed at how forces are going to align from left, right, center. And we are definitely going to achieve the goals that we intend to achieve. So I'd like to encourage everyone on the call joining us physically and virtually. When you find yourself in leadership positions, please do well to lead well. And please do not hold the leadership position forever. Also do well to pass it on to someone else. So also who is also going to lead well and also pass on the legacies. So I'd like to once again welcome everyone who has joined us in today's meeting. And the inspirational quote for our meeting today is taken by Ralph Nader, an American lawyer and a political activist. And he said, that I quote, "The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers." And by the powers vested on me as the president of Seaside Toastmasters Club, I hereby today declare today's meeting officially open. So Toastmasters has a special way of getting to distribute responsibilities to both members, yes, so that we can achieve excellence in the course of our meeting. Leveraging on the strength of individuals and leveraging on the knowledge of Toastmasters who have grown from when they joined Toastmasters to where they are is the unique peculiarity that Toastmasters has been able to create so that members can practicalize what they have learned. And in today's meeting, we're going to be having different people going to perform different activities. And we are going to have one special person who is going to coordinate the entire process of today's meeting. And that person in Toastmasters is called the Toastmaster of the Day, TMOD. In a social meeting or in a regular meeting, we call that person the MC, which is the master of ceremony, or the host of that event. But in Toastmasters meeting, we call that person the TFOD for today's meeting. And for today's meeting, we have a special someone, a diligent lady, an exceptional lady, full of smiles, someone that I admire a lot. And she is no other person than a trained lawyer, a voice actor, a Toastmaster. She currently works as a program manager at Harvard Business School Alumni Association of Nigeria. She is a member of the Electoral College Nigeria and the network of SPPG public leaders. She is a proponent of good governance and exemplary leadership. So fellow Toastmasters and guests joining us physically and those joining us virtually, please with a virtual round of applause, can we welcome the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Adesola Aladis.
Thank you, indefatigable President Toastmaster Igbe. Good afternoon, our friends online and right here in the physical audience. How are we doing? How are we doing? Fine. I would like to hear more responses. How are we doing? Okay, great. Okay, it's cold. Our virtual attendees, how are we doing? You can respond in the chat box. Okay, we want you to participate as much as possible. It is so good to be here at Seaside Toastmasters. Might I let you in on a secret? This is my first time here at Seaside Toastmasters Club. So when it's time to do first timers in the house, please be kind enough to welcome me specially. I see some very nice goodies at the back. I hope that we'll be partaking in this. All right. So good afternoon once again. As your Toastmaster of the day, it is my job to coordinate all that we will be doing here today. And I was really taken by the inspirational quote and the words of our dear president on leadership. In fact, one of my favorite quotes by John C. Maxwell says that everything rises and falls on leadership. That is truly profound, remarkable, and it's a lesson for each and every one of us. That when we take on positions, whether it's positional or you step into the, how do I describe it? Or you step into a role, though not positional, but you have been given the garb of leadership. It is important to note that leadership entails and involves a lot of learning. I learned this recently, that you are placed in a position of leadership doesn't mean that you know it all, but it's an opportunity to keep learning. And on that note, we will segue quickly into introducing someone that we have described, or we described at Toastmasters as the general evaluator. And the role of this gentleman or gentle individual is to come and walk us through how this meeting will go. He will evaluate the entire meeting, but not alone, with a team of role players. And to play this role of the general evaluator, for the purposes of our guest, you will be hearing some nomenclatures. Just pay attention and have the presence of mind to ensure that you take something home right here today. Our general evaluator today is none other than Toastmaster John Onumia. The remarkable thing about this gentleman is he had been on the call since 1 p.m., I beg your pardon, and he has been waiting for us, duly garbed, video on, waiting for us to start. Toastmaster John has been a member of Toastmasters since 2012. He is married with children. He is the current president of Luminous Toastmasters Club. He is the past club growth director for Division F and a Triple Crown Award winner. Wow, wow. We have a distinguished individual in our midst. Toastmaster John is a network marketer and investor who loves to read, dance, draw, play volleyball, and meet people. Please, if our hands are not too tired, let's make welcome to the virtual lectern, our general evaluator for this meeting, Toastmaster John Onumia.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. It's a delight to be here. Madam Toastmaster of the Day, it's a delight to see you here. She is a dear friend of mine. Today, I get the privilege of playing the role of General Evaluator. I wanted to be in the physical room to play this role, but the rain said otherwise. It's a privilege nonetheless. Here at Toastmasters, what we aim to do is to help you grow. Now, not linearly, but exponentially. Two things that we can do to ensure that we achieve our goal. One, track what is done. Two, give feedback on how to improve. That is exactly what my team and I are doing today. From the start of the meeting to the very end, we've already started, and we're going to continue to do so. My first team member is known as the grammarian, and our grammarian for today is a lady who is a realtor, and gives you the best valuable information on property appreciation values globally without charges. Her philosophy is, before you decide on acquiring property anywhere in the world, get the valuable information first about the location, or hire someone with experience. Like who? Like her. Because she will do what she needs to do to help you accomplish your real estate investment goals. Dear Toastmasters and guests, in the physical room and in the virtual space, please let's welcome our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Benita Ushile. Toastmaster Benita, over to you, please.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Okay, hope you all can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. So my role today as your grammarian is to note exceptional use of language and errors in grammar use. I'm going to listen attentively for the word of the day. As many persons that can use the word of the day today. The word of the day today is a disruptor. Disruptor is a noun, and not only that, it's also defined as a person or a company that bring changes to market or industry through innovations. Example of disruptor can be a young entrepreneur who became a disruptor in the fashion industry by using sustainable materials. I really want as many that are speaking today, participating today, to please use the word of today, because at the end of today's meeting, I'll give back a report on how well we use the word of the day today. Thank you all for listening, and you're all welcome. Thank you.
Please, can we give the grammarian a round of applause? Here at Toastmasters, we aim to make you disruptors in whatever field you may find yourselves in. That's my first team member. Now we move right along to my next team member, who happens to be the R counter for today's meeting. Our R counter for today is the CEO or director of OSM Homes, where they provide exceptional property solutions. His interests or hobbies are football, traveling, and guess what? Real estate. He joined Seaside to improve his communication, leadership, and public speaking skills. Dear Toastmasters and guests, please welcome the R counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Segun Olabode. Toastmaster Segun, over to you, please. Toastmaster Segun, can you hear us? Your screen is still dark. I cannot see your video, and you are still muted. I'm going to make the assumption that maybe it's a network issue. I'll briefly explain what the R counter does. The role of the R counter is quite simple. The R counter needs to pay attention to everyone who speaks. What is the goal? To track what we call pause fillers. Usually in communication, sometimes we say sound, words, or phrases that ought not to be used. Instead, we need to pause. The R counter will help us become more aware of these sounds, words, or phrases by counting how often we use them and letting us know the number of those we use. Why is this important? When you know your pause fillers and you're able to minimize or eliminate them, it helps you become a more eloquent speaker. And that's what the R counter is going to be doing at today's meeting. Hopefully, the network will permit him to get as many as feasible. That is my second team member, Toastmaster Segun Olabode. Please confirm that you can hear me clearly, because I see that you're back in the room. You may be having network issues. For those of you that have already used pause fillers, you may get away with that, but next time, don't worry, you'll be caught. I may have to assist him as well, just in case the network does not permit him to capture as many pause fillers as feasible. Finally, my last team member is who we call the timer. Our timer for today is a bright and ambitious student presently pursuing a degree in information technology at the National Open University of Nigeria. As she navigates her academic path, she seeks to hone her communication skills, fostering confidence and self-expression. Beyond the realm of academia, her diverse interests include swimming, reading, and the creative art of hairstyling. With a great desire to undoubtedly flourish in her pursuit of personal and professional growth, dear Toastmasters and guests, let's welcome our timer for today, who I believe is in the virtual room, but I didn't get a confirmation earlier. Toastmaster Blessing Japheth, please come up to the lectern and deliver your report, or let us know what you're going to be doing. Yes, she's there. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
As your timer for today, I'll be helping us manage the life's most precious resource, which is time. As they say, lost time can never be found again by Benjamin Franklin. So I will ensure every speaker keeps to the allotted time, so as to keep the meeting smooth and enjoyable. Because after all, poor time management, biggest disruptor of great meetings. I'll signal the cards, the green, the yellow, and the red, just to guide your pace. For the prepared speeches, the allotted time is from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will display the green card. At 6 minutes, I will display the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will display the red card. While for the evaluation, the allotted time is from 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow card. Then at 3 minutes, I'll display the red card. So let's make every second count. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our timer. Please can we give her a virtual round of applause and a physical round of applause for those in the physical audience. Dear Toastmasters and guests, you have seen my team members. We are going to come back at the end of the meeting to give you our reports. Please pay attention to them, and most importantly, put into practice what you garner from us. The goal? To improve in our growth so much that we indeed become disruptors in life. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, our dear General Evaluator, to you and your team for delivering exceptionally the role descriptions of all that we hope to do today. Ladies and gentlemen, have you been having a great time? Have you been having a chill time? Are we still cold? Let's respond. Are we having a cool time?
Yeah.
I'm having a really great time. It's not as cold as it was earlier when I walked into this room, so I'm kind of relaxed. We will move quickly and segue into the prepared speech. But before we do that, I just wanted to mention something. When we started this meeting, our dear president walked us through the theme. Who can remember the title? Passing the what? Passing the touch, right? It might interest you to know that that's the motto of my secondary school. Can you guess the secondary school? Can anybody guess? If somebody guesses, I'll give you a remarkable gift. What's that Who said that? Oh, yes, exactly. Queen's College, Yaba Lagos. That is our motto, pass on the torch. Right. So I'm really excited when I saw this thing, and it reminded me of the importance of passing on responsibilities, passing on knowledge, passing on duty, passing on ideas from one generation to the other. Today we'll be listening to great speeches, hoping that it would even that indeed is a disruption by a disruptor. Help mute. Thank you very much. We will be listening to some speeches today. 4 interesting speeches. Please have the presence of mind to listen in, gain knowledge, get something. Our first speaker today, I recognize he's an individual who walked into this room very early. And that's one of the hallmarks of a leader, of a true individual that seeks to pass on knowledge. This individual is an experienced business analyst in the finance industry who enjoys quiet time, indoors and wandering. He is interested in business and currently incubating an export business. Ladies and gentlemen, as this gentleman comes forward to deliver his speech, please note that we have the ballot papers and you have the responsibility, if I will use that word, to send love notes to this individual, and after which we would also have the opportunity to vote for the best speakers today. To evaluate Toastmaster Grant Oti's speech is Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye. Before I call him up to give us the speech objectives, let me just state here that Toastmaster Grant will be speaking from the persuasive influence pathway of the Toastmasters International educational path. From the project level 1, project 2, his speech title is What Art Taught Me About Life. What art taught me about life. I will bring up his evaluator, Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye, who is a seasoned architect and founder of Design Catalog Limited, a Nigerian-based firm delivering top-notch architectural and project management services across Africa. He has a passion for creative, ethical, and high-standard designs. He brings over a decade of experience to the table, holding degrees from Obafemi Awolowo University and University of Lagos, plus a certificate in entrepreneurial management. He has built a reputation for contemporary and modern designs that prioritize simplicity and boldness. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let me bore you too much. Please let's invite Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye. So what is
Thank you very much. I like the way you call me name. Like a true Yoruba. Thank you. So I have the privilege today to good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The rain is a blessing, I guess. A disruptor, also a blessing. Okay, so I have the privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Grant Oti, speaking from the pathway of presentation mastery, project level 1, project 2. And the speech title is What Art Taught Me About Life. So I welcome to the stage or to the left hand Toastmaster Grant Oti. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me online?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Is anyone here an artist, whether you do sculpting, painting, or drawing? Online? What do you think of? Oh, are you a pro or an amateur?
An amateur.
What about you?
Thank you, Robert. It qualifies. I truly admire you. My son doesn't realize this yet, but I'm very terrible at fine arts. I am no destructor when it comes to fine arts. I couldn't do it to save my life. But you know what they say? Those who can't do, they talk. To paraphrase George Bernard Shaw, the English playwright. So I'll talk. And I'll talk to you today about painting. Specifically, I'll talk to you about 2 painting experiences I've had. And I'll tell you what I learned from those experiences. My first painting experience was in primary 4. My fine art teacher, Uncle Jasper, had given us an assignment. I recall I had done the painting. It was really dark. And by sheer luck, I had run a pink watercolor across the paint. And it completely transformed the painting. I was shocked. The painting looked very nice. I was even happier when I saw the results of that assignment. I was scored 18/20. I was ecstatic. Uncle Jasper, fine art, 18/20. But it didn't take long before I was brought down to earth. When I started seeing the results of my other colleagues, 19/20, 20/20. Even Chinezie got 21/20. I was deflated. My second painting experience was in JS1. I had visited the fine art studio. I saw people doing literal magic. Some people would suck some watercolor in a tube, blow it on their white canvas, and with a few strokes of the brush later, magnificent paintings emerged. I was drawn. I thought I could do it. This could be me. And so I tried. I really gave it my best. But my paintings were in broad strokes. They weren't neat. They weren't elegant. They weren't inspiring. It was so bad that at the end of the school term, the teacher called some of us, yours truly included, and advised us to reconsider taking a fine art course. Effectively, he was kicking us out. I was rejected. So to summarize my fine art journey, it is one of deflation and another of rejection. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but when I reflect on my fine arts inexperience, it has a lot of parallels with interacting with people. And so I've distilled 3 lessons that I've learned from fine arts. The first is to add color to people's lives. A touch of pink, if you would. Something to brighten their day. The second is don't paint people with broad strokes. Now, a lot of people might not be as dramatic as kicking you out, but their opinion of you diminishes when they think you are being inconsiderate. And the third is, no matter how hard you try, even when you think you've given it your best, some people will still score you 18/20. But that's fine, because remember, it could always be worse. So whether you are an elite artist, whether you are dealing with people, or whether you are making a rather terrible impression of fine arts like myself, it pays to be nuanced, it pays to be subtle. I will close with a quote, a time-honored quote by Scott Fitzgerald, who is the author of the book, The Great Gatsby. He says, "To be kind is more important than to be right." Many times, what people need is not a brilliant mind that speaks, but a special heart that listens. Thank you very much.
Wow. I was so mesmerized and captivated, I forgot that I was supposed to come up to receive the lectern from Toastmaster Grant. Please, can we put our hands together once again for that riveting or riveting speech? Wow. Wow. That last quote struck a nerve. It struck a nerve. It struck a nerve. Thank you. We'll move on quickly to our second speaker, Toastmaster Mary Alademei. I hope I got this pronunciation correct. Toastmaster Mary Alademei, who will be speaking from the Presentation Mastery Pathway, Project Level 1, Project 3. Her speech title is How to Be Unsuccessful, an interesting topic. Please, can you confirm that Toastmaster Mary is on the call? Either by an emoji. Okay, I see someone who, okay, yes, I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would read her bio briefly. Toastmaster Mary Alademei is a trained architect and a dynamic entrepreneur who runs a thriving export business. In addition to managing her enterprise, she is deeply committed to education and empowerment, teaching others how to navigate and succeed in the world of export. She also serves as the president of an export cooperative where she leads initiatives to support business growth and collaboration within the community. Now, beyond business, she is a passionate individual who is passionate about women's healing and empowerment, dedicating her voice and platform to helping women rise above adversity and reclaim their power. She joined Toastmasters to develop her communication, leadership, and public speaking skills. Her evaluator today is Toastmaster Abibat Oyeni. Is she present on the call or physically in the room? Okay, she's online. All right. Toastmaster Abibat Oyeni will be giving us the speech objectives for Toastmaster Mary's speech. I will read her bio quickly. She is a software engineer and has a strong passion for personal growth. Outside of coding, she enjoys good food and values making new connections and friendships that enrich her broad spectrum of interests. She joined Toastmasters to improve her leadership and communication skills. I invite Toastmaster Abibat Oyeni to give the speech objectives for Toastmaster Mary's speech. Toastmaster Abibat, it's over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, the Toastmaster of the day. Today I had the privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Mary, and she's delivering a speech from the Presentation Mastery Level 1 Project 3. And for our speech, it is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The purpose of our speech, or the objective of our speech, is for the purpose of the project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance our speech. So over to you, Toastmaster Wede. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Abibat. Now we welcome Toastmaster Mary Alademei to comment her speech, How to Be Unsuccessful. It's over to you, Toastmaster Mary. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Success is overrated. It requires effort, consistency, persistence, perseverance, discipline, and so much more. The list is endless. Wouldn't it be easier for us to just remain in our comfort zone? And that's why today I've come as your disruptor to teach you how to be gloriously unsuccessful in 5 simple steps. Step 1. Have an amazing idea and sit on it. So have this idea. Maybe you think about it, write it in your journal, daydream about it. Maybe you have a logo, you tweak the logo, change the name 17 times. Or worse, you don't even do anything about it. You just let it die in your head. You see, successful people do not continue, they're not perfectionists. They do not continue to brand their products. They give their products out, they put their products out there. And that's why we have version 2.0, 3.0, etc. And we have, for every year, we have editions. And that's with new updates, new features. We have 2025 edition, there'll be 2026 edition. So they launch as they are. They do not sit on their product. Step 2, wait for motivation to strike. So since I'm teaching you how to be unsuccessful, rather than work on your dream, work on what you want to do. Let's wait for motivation to strike. Maybe motivation will come in 10 years. Maybe it will not come at all. Does it really matter? I don't think it matters, right? But successful people, they work with discipline. They work on their discipline. It's not about the way they feel. It's about the work that must be done. So they work on it. So who amongst us is sitting on an idea that we're supposed to be working on, but you're sitting on it because we're waiting for motivation to strike? All right, I can't see your hand, so I don't even know if anybody's putting their hands up. All right, okay. Step 3, compare yourself endlessly. So you go to their TikToks, you go to their social media handles, and then you stalk them. You're looking at their reels, checking it out, looking at the highlights, And then you're looking at it and wondering, why do I even need to start? This person is already doing this thing, and they're doing it better than I am, or they're doing it better than I would do it. You see, successful people don't do that. They focus on their lane. But then again, even if they go check out other people, they use it as motivation. They use it for inspiration, to get inspired by them, and then go back to work on their craft. Step 4, avoid failure at all costs. So you're a perfectionist, and then you can't do anything except it's perfect, except you know that this thing is going to be 100% success, right? Even if it's a 1% chance of failure, you're not doing it. But successful people, they know that failure is a stepping stone to success. They fail boldly, they fail loudly, and then they get it. They get the hang of it. Step 5, surround yourself with small-minded people. So surround yourself with people who tell you, why try at all? You're too ambitious. Are you the only one? Who told you can do that? Your brain works in crazy ways. So surround yourself with small-minded people. Successful people will surround themselves with growth-oriented people, people that are vision-driven, people that have goals, people that determine where they want to be. They surround themselves with people that are going in the same direction with them. So one more tip, as a bonus tip, procrastinate like a pro. So rather than do what you're supposed to do today, do it tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes again, do it tomorrow again. And when tomorrow comes again, do it tomorrow again. Why wait? Why do something you're supposed to do today when you can do it never, right? Because successful people do not leave the job that they're supposed to do today. They do not leave it for tomorrow. They do it now and they get to work. So there you have it. My 5 steps, very easy steps to fail gloriously, right? Sit on your ideas, wait for motivation to strike, compare yourself until you're paralyzed, avoid failure like it's a plague, keep small-minded friends, small-minded people, procrastinate like it's a full-time job. But what if we did the opposite of everything I just talked about? What if we launch our ideas and we launch our brilliant ideas rather than sit on it? What if we build discipline rather than waiting for motivation to strike? What if we focus on our journeys rather than comparing ourselves to others? What if we stop fearing failure and we start embracing it as a path to growth? What if, rather than procrastinate, we do what we have to do now, and then we surround ourselves with people who will push us? What would our lives look like? What if we do all this? What do you think our lives would look like? Think about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please confirm that you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Great, great, great. Please, a round of applause once again for Toastmaster Mary. That was great. I promised us earlier that we would listen to riveting speeches. If Toastmaster Mary had not given us that last closer, we would have been perceived that we would carry her 5 itemized guidance on how to be unsuccessful. Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mary, because you have told us that that is not what we should look at, because look the other way and plan to be individuals who work at their goals, who do not procrastinate. Thank you very much. We move to our next set of speeches. Toastmaster Ime Basi, who will be speaking from the presentation. All right, thank you. All right, please note that even as we're taking these speeches, I had mentioned earlier that we can send the speakers love notes, and we would also be voting for the best speaker at the end of the speeches. So please take note of the ballot papers that have been distributed to you. Toastmaster Ime will be speaking from the presentation Mastery Pathway, Level 1, Project 3. Speech title, My Wake-Up Call. And I will read, I'm assuming Toastmaster Ime is male. Am I right? Oh, I'm wrong. She is an entrepreneur and sales strategist. She is passionate about real estate, helping clients find the perfect home and to build wealth. She also promotes wellness through yoga. Toastmaster Ime, you will teach me a bit of yoga. Believing that health is key to true success. Her core value is honesty and her belief in making the world a better place. Her evaluator today is Toastmaster Ugoma Anyanwu. Toastmaster Ugoma Anyanwu is, apologies please, a few minutes. Okay. Apologies for that breaky transmission. Toastmaster Ugoma Anyanwu, I will be reading her profile. Here's okay. Now see what happened there. I just assumed that Ugoma is a female gender. Thank you so much, Timer. Toastmaster Ugoma is a sales and marketing professional, a sports and fitness enthusiast. He loves to spend quiet times in nature and enjoys playing the game of chess in his leisure time. So, ladies and gents, Toastmaster Ugoma, please let's put our hands together for him at the top.
Thank you most kindly, the Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon once again, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. Actually, in the part of Nigeria where I come from, Gomas, they are usually female, but Ugonna is male. So I am Toastmaster Ugonna Anyanwu. So thank you once again. So like the previous speaker, our next speaker is going to speak from the Pathways Presentation Mastery, and it's Level 1, Project 3. And the purpose of this project is for this speaker to practice the use of vocal varieties and body language in delivering her speech. Toastmaster Blessing, break a leg, is back to you, Toastmaster for the day.
Thank you. I apologize, Toastmaster Gonna, right? I thought my eyes saw an M in the name. So we welcome Toastmaster Ime Basi to deliver her speech. Please, a round of applause for her. Is this doing well?
Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests.
Death can be an eye-opener. I never knew that my best friend's death certificate would be what I would need as a wake-up call back to life. Let me tell you about Ada, my best friend, my ride or die partner, my human diary. I never went a day without talking to Ada. We talk, we laugh, we gist, and sometimes we just stay on the phone without saying a single word. We just breathe. But last week, life got really busy. I got so engaged with work and other activities that I didn't call her for almost 2 weeks. But then I noticed that she had not called me too. So I thought to myself, oh, so that is how we are doing it now. If she's not calling me, I won't call her either. Pride, ego, stubbornness, I held on to them like they were my trophies. And each time I pick up my phone to call her, my pride whisper, don't you dare. And I obeyed. But then, last week, I snapped out of it. I told myself that is it. I am going to call her. But this time around, I'll give her the peace of my mind. I picked up my phone and I called her. Immediately the call was picked. I unleashed like a thunderstorm. Oh, Ada. So that is how we are doing it now? You haven't even made money and you've forgotten your friends. So if you now make money, you won't call us again. What nonsense is this? I will never call you again. Nobody replied. Silence. Cold silence. No response. No Ada. I was confused. Out of confusion, I immediately ended the call. But I thought to myself, that is unlike her. Let me call back. And I called back. Immediately the call was picked. I heard a tiny little voice saying, hello, Ime. I was confused. Who is this? Where is Ada? With her? I screamed. And she said, my friendship is me. Only she calls me that. That's when I knew she was the one. Ada told me that she had a car accident immediately after our last call. She was in a coma for 2 weeks. And she walked up to a signed death certificate of hers while they were preparing to take her to the mortuary. Dear Toastmasters and guests, in that moment, I wept bitterly. Not because I almost lost my friend to a car accident, but because I held on to my pride and ego. All the times I let love fade away. All the times I held on to my pride and my ego. While While she was in the hospital battling for her life, I was in my room raising my anger script to unleash. How many of you are holding on to silent grudges, waiting for the person to call you first? How many maybe later turns to never again? How many of you are reluctant to make the first call? The story may not end as mine, but what they say is that time waits for nobody. So dear Toastmasters and guests, pick up your phone, not maybe later, not when it's convenient, but now, and call that person. Thank you.
Hey, another round of applause. Let's do that well. Immediately, procrastination, pride can serve as disruptors to the good things that we can have access to. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imidansi, for that riveting speech. We have come to a part of this meeting that I'm not happy. Why? Speeches are ending. We have just one more speech. I wish we had like 4 more. Toastmaster Chidalu, wow, please, I apologize. We'll be speaking from the Presentation Mastery Pathway, Level 3, Project 3. It's an elective project. Toastmaster Chidalu is a young mom and entrepreneur who has a passion for self-development and growth. She joined Toastmasters with the goal of acquiring the skill to become a great public speaker and leader. I look forward to listening to you, Toastmaster Chidalu. Her evaluator is Toastmaster Ajani Ibrahim. Is he in the house? Okay, he's online. Toastmaster Ajani Ibrahim is a registered surveyor. He provides surveying services to help individuals and organizations with their land procurement and title registration needs. He is the immediate past president at Seaside Toastmasters Club. His hobbies include playing chess, exploring poetry, and watching sitcoms. Immediate past president, I see you, Toastmaster Ajani Ibrahim. I welcome you to the virtual lectern to give us the speech objectives for Toastmaster Chidalu's speech. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ibrahim Ajani, and today I'll be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Chidalu Okabekwa. As introduced by the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chidalu is speaking from the Presentation Mastery Pathway Manual. And our project category is Connect with Your Audience. And the purpose of this speech is for Toastmaster Chidalu to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. As a speech evaluator, I'll be listening for the uniqueness of the speech content. I'll also be listening for the ability of Toastmaster Chidalu to keep the audience engaged. Thank you very much. That's all for me. And it's back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you for delivering that role description very well. We look forward to listening to Toastmaster Chidalu's speech, the title of which is Mastering Your Mind. Mastering Your Mind. And without further ado, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Chidalu to please come forward to deliver his speech. Please a round of applause for that. Let's not forget to send our love notes to our wonderful speakers.
Thank you very much. Did you know that your brain can be a disruptor and play tricks on you? Show of hands if you all agree with me. Yes. Now, did you know, or what if I told you that your brain does not know the difference between a real event and a mere imagination? You see, psychologists say that 95% of our thoughts and our actions are from our subconscious mind, which means that most of the time, you're not even conscious of the things that you do. This is because our brain is used to patterns, but the good news is you can actually reprogram or retrain your brain. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests joining us virtually. Today, I'll be talking to us about mastering your brain. So I'm going to share a brief personal story. In October of 2020, I was in my car, I was driving through traffic, just around Chisco, for those of you that know Lekki really well. And all of a sudden, my heart started racing. My palms started getting sweaty. I was having shortness of breath. It turned out that I was having a panic attack. Panic attack from where? I drove myself straight to the hospital. I don't even know how I got there, but I got there. I went to the hospital, I met with my doctor, I ran all the tests, all the possible tests. I did the thyroid test, hormonal test, lipid profile, everything thinkable. I did all the tests, and they were all negative. I was told to come back in 6 months to repeat the test, which I did, and they all came out negative. What must have been the problem? Now, fast forward to May of 2022, I met with my psychologist. And before then, I suffered from panic attack for 2 good years. Yes, every time I get to traffic, I start to have panic attacks. Fast forward to May of 2022, I met with my psychologist at the hospital, and she asked me a very dreadful question. She said, "Chidalu, what's the worst that can happen?" I said, "Death, of course. That's the worst that can happen." And she was like, "Are you afraid of death?" "Who is not afraid of death?" "I am. I don't know about you, but I am." Then she said, "Then why are you thinking about it? Why are you thinking about your fears? Why are you thinking about the panic attacks? Remove your mind and distract yourself from that." Which brings me to our first mind exercise. Are we all ready? Yes. So we have a mind exercise. So I want all of us to close our eyes for a few seconds, take slow, deep breaths, and do not think about food. Do not think about food. Okay, we can open our eyes now. Those joining us virtually, I hope you also, yes, please participate. Now, how many of us thought about food? Be very honest. Of course, I'm sure you were thinking about that scrumptious meal in your fridge, right? Now, the whole thing is you do not tell the brain what you don't want the brain to think about. Rather, you tell the brain what you want the brain to think about. This strategy is used in raising children. So if you want to raise a child, if you want to teach a child how to have table manners, you don't tell the child not to eat on the couch. Rather, you tell the child to eat on the dining table. This strategy is also used to train pilots how to fly planes. You do not tell a pilot not to hit the obstacle because all the pilot is seeing at that time is that obstacle. So I had to decide what to do. I had to make a choice. Do I keep focusing on the obstacle, on my fears, on the panic attacks, or do I focus on the positive side and on my strengths? As a matter of fact, I'm proud to announce that it's been 2 years and counting, and I do not have panic attacks. We are in Lagos and we face traffic every day. As a matter of fact, I faced traffic when I was coming here and I was having so much fun in traffic. How many of us have so much fun in Lagos traffic? If you don't, I do. So yes, now the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that's the MIT, conducted a research that states that it shows that the amygdala, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, the amygdala is a part of the brain which is responsible for our emotions. Now, this is connected through a solo pathway to the hippocampus. It's called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is the part of our brain that is responsible for our memories. Now the hippocampus projects these memories to the precortex, which then determines our future. So in other words, our memories give birth to our emotions give birth to our memories, which gives birth to our future. So it is safe to tell you that your present state of emotion is going to determine your future, of course. Fellow Toastmasters and guests joining us online, do not allow your brain to play tricks on you. Don't allow your brain to be a disruptor of your life, because you alone, and I repeat, you alone have the power to reprogram your brain and rewrite the history and the story of your life. Thank you very much.
Wow. Can you see why I still feel so sad? Does anybody want to volunteer speaking? We have had such an amazing time. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chida, for our friends online. I hope you're also having brilliant speech. I see the comments. Please, let's also note that we can send enough notes to our speakers from Toastmaster Grant, Toastmaster Mary, Alademe, who gave her speech online, Toastmaster Ine, who gave the speech on the wake-up call, and lastly, Toastmaster Chida, who just walked us through how to master our mind. Aside from the love notes, it's now time to get to voting. So can we do that quickly? Online also, we have a poll that has been placed on the, okay, good. So please take the polls and submit as soon as possible. I would like to also take the timing reports to know that all our speakers were well within their timing. Toastmaster Blessing. Okay, you confirmed that they were all within their time frame. Thank you very much. Thank you, our virtual audience. I see that the poll was put up, and I want to believe that we have all taken the poll. We have about 30 seconds more to round off this exercise. Right here in the room, someone will go around collecting the polling results, the voting sheets from us. As that is being done, I would like to, as this is being done, I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate Seaside Toastmasters, because today we will be witnessing a transition. We'll be witnessing passing the torch from one level to another, from one generation of leaders to another. And we have the honor of our area director with us, I think she, online. Okay. Okay. we have something remarkable that we're going to do today, members induction. And to walk us through this, I would like to invite our area director, Toastmaster Ibinabo Uibo. I had seen her on the call. She is plastered on our screen with her video on Toastmaster Ibinabo. Yes, I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will. Thank you, Madam Timer. You are so accurate. Thank you for keeping us in check. I will read the profile of our dear area director, who is the immediate past president at Total Energies Toastmasters Club. She is a travel enthusiast, a hiker, and motorcyclist. Wow. Who has climbed, oh, okay. So as I was reading her profile, I was amazed by all I was about to read. I mentioned that she is the immediate past president at Total Energies Toastmasters Club, a travel enthusiast, a hiker, and motorcyclist who has climbed the highest mountains in Nigeria. Wow. She has climbed the Gangir Wall Chapel Wadi. I hope I got that right. The Kilimanjaro mountain in Africa and the Everest base camp. I really wish you were here physically so that I could meet with you. But please, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our area director, Toastmaster Ibinabo Uyibo, to walk us through the members' induction. Please, a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I really wish I was there, but just a few drops of water falling out from the sky had different plans for me today. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon, Seaside. I'm excited to be here today. This, I believe, is my last duty at Seaside as your area director. I'm looking forward to seeing the transition. There's an African proverb which says that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. While I am certain that becoming a Toastmaster is one of the best decisions you will ever make, the other is joining a truly supportive club, such as Seaside Toastmasters Club. And while we all work on our personal growth and development to the new members, you will hopefully go on to become disruptors and innovators in your different industries. I have to say that my own Toastmasters experience has been full of support and growth. I will now begin the induction. Fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct not one, not two, but 13 members. Some new, but some not so new, as we can see, as we've seen from the speeches today. But they'll be inducted into Seaside Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion both for these new members and for the club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve their goals. I will now call on the new members. Please, dear Toastmasters, withhold your applause until the ceremony is complete, for those online and those physically in the room. Can we call on the new inductees, please? For those presently in the room, you can move to the front and stand there. I see a slide has been put up. Thank you very much, our Zoom master. Dear Toastmasters, you're joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people learn to communicate more effectively. As members of the Seaside Toastmasters Club, you will be given they benefit from a proven program of self-development. A program that most of us have benefited from and continue to benefit from today. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. VPE, Vice President Education, have these new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals within the club?
Yes, they have been.
Thank you very much. Have they been told how the Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits they will receive, as well as the obligations of the membership?
Yes.
Thank you. Have they all been assigned mentors?
Yes.
It appears like they have. Thank you very much, Mr. VPE. Dear mentors, as experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help these new members get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmasters membership? Oh, good. I can see a response online. Thank you, TM John. And I believe those there physically may have answered because I can't see anything.
Yes.
Awesome. I know you have. I know you take your work very seriously. And to our new members, membership in this club and in Toastmasters is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet it places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self development. Evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, and assist the club in reaching its goals and remain positive. I think I should repeat that. Assist the club in reaching its goals and remain positive, because Toastmasters will demand a lot of your time. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please join me in affirming your membership by repeating the following words. So you repeat the word and you say I, and then you say your name as well. Did you hear that? Okay. I, TM, XYZ, or TM Ibinabo, TM Abibat, TM Chidalu. So just repeat after me. In the presence of my fellow members of the Seaside Toastmasters Club, make this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program,
To apply myself in the project outlined in the Toastmasters education program.
to participate actively in club activities,
Participate actively in club activities.
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
To evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner.
to build open, friendly relationships with my fellow members,
Build open, friendly relationships with my fellow members,
and to bring other new members into the club so that
and to bring other new members to the club so that
they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
they can also get the benefits of Toastmasters.
Thank you, new members. We will hold you to that pledge. And would all the other club members please repeat our club's pledge to our new members? We, the members of the Seaside Toastmasters Club, pledge to support you in your quest for self-development. To provide you with positive, helpful evaluations. To maintain a fairly supportive atmosphere. To give you opportunities to help others and to make your Toastmasters membership. To give you opportunities to help others. And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Thank you, Seaside, and thank you, the new members. We can now congratulate the new members of the club. Thank you, everyone. I will hand back over to the Toastmaster of the day as we're quite short on time. Thank you very much. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Bibi.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you, AD. We congratulate our new disruptors who will take the bull by the horn, leading this club in the very near future. Congratulations, Seaside Toastmasters, and congratulations to our new members. A round of applause for them once again. Congratulations. I'm excited, enthralled actually to see this happen at Seaside Toastmasters Club. It's a unique celebration, and I celebrate you and I celebrate our new members of guests. So we have officially welcomed you to the club. Welcome once again. We move quickly because there's no time to now the evaluation segment of our meeting. And I will likely call, yes, okay, I see him on the call right now. I want to use this opportunity to welcome back to the virtual lectern our General Evaluation Master, John Onumia, to walk us through the evaluation segment of this meeting, from the prepared speech evaluators to the role evaluations. Thank you, and it's back to you. Please, a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Congratulations to all our new members that were just inducted. Now we are in the evaluation portion of the meeting, and it's my pleasure to call to evaluate the amateur artist on paper Toastmaster grant, the professional artist with buildings. Dear Toastmasters and guests, welcome to do the evaluation for the first speaker, Toastmaster Segun Ibitoye. Over to you, Toastmaster Segun.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster John. My apologies, I skipped saying what the project purpose was earlier when I came, so I'm going to do that quickly. The purpose of this project is for the members to learn or review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. And I'm sure that you would agree with me that he did exactly that. It was clear, it was succinct, it was precise, right? And they said something about him earlier that he came very early, he was quite punctual. So he's a man that stands on business. Love that. So I'll just quickly go to it. I noticed your pacing. I noticed, like, in terms of your speech, the pacing was correct, like it was good. You took your time and that made us listen to you. I loved the part of the introduction. The introduction was clear, the body, message, and your conclusion. And again, as I said, that satisfies the purpose of the speech. I like the fact that you made reference to Uncle Jasper. I also, that took me down memory lane for some of my teachers back in secondary school. I felt your speech was quite descriptive, right? And kudos to you for that. You also used the word of the day. That means there was presence of mind enough for you to do that. And that's quite amazing. Now, the parts of you using the analogy of art related to life, that was beautiful. Now, are there some things that you can maybe next time improve upon? Yes. One, your eye contact, right? I noticed that you were looking down, you were looking up, you weren't really maintaining eye contact on individual, like people in the crowd. And I feel that can be done better next time. Secondly, your body language. There were times that you did it correctly, right? And there were times that you did this, and you did this. So it was neither here nor there. So that can be better done. Your smile. I can see you smiling right now, but when you're on stage, you're not smiling. Maybe it was nervousness, I don't know. But that can also be improved upon. I love the fact that you used quotes to seal it. That was really amazing and made it very memorable for me. And I'm sure for everybody in here. One more improvement that I thought is you could have done like a call to action. I didn't see that in your speech. I love the way your speech ended. I love the confidence and kudos to you. Well done. Back to you, John.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shegun, please. Can we give him a virtual round of applause and a physical round of applause for those in the physical room? For those that have been looking at the agenda, you will see that the next evaluator, just like the first, is also a new member. Yes, at Seaside, we are disruptors. New members are evaluating new members. That's what we do here. Please, can we welcome our second evaluator, Toastmaster Abibat Oyeni. Toastmaster Abibat, over to you, please.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. So thank you I had the honor of evaluating today, Mary, and I'm going to start with our speech title. Our speech title was quite captivating. Imagine you're in a speech, how to be unsuccessful. I'm not going to think otherwise. Somebody wants to teach me how to be unsuccessful in this economy. And by the time she delved into the speech, it turns out she gave us ways on how we can be disruptors in life. So I like that. And also she delved in, gave us she mentioned 5 glorious steps on how we can be unsuccessful. As she's giving the point, I think I like the twist in her speech, as she's giving the point and as she mentioning each point, then she delved in and gave us tips on how to be successful. She gave us 5 points. Another reason I like the twist she uses is almost like saying, oh, wait for motivation. And then when she's just like delving in, he'd be like, I'm seeing it like something like, oh, just like saying somebody is meant to sit down and you're standing like, oh, yeah, sit down there, don't stand up. That kind of thing. I think I like it. So I love the twist she used in her speech. And also I love the fact that she's kind of confident while she was giving, I love her confidence level while she was giving the speech. So I think she's quite comfortable on stage. So, but my recommendation is I have few recommendations for Mary. And first is her pace. I think her pace was quite fast. So I was saying it like, oh, why she was quite fast and there was no pauses. I see it's like maybe she just kind of trying to give the speech and then like she wants to leave the leg 10, but then say maybe we are here for you. Just take pauses, calm down, we are all here for you. Another recommendation is you connecting with the audience. I love this. I love your speech. It's something motivational, like it's a motivational style of speech. But when you're giving motivational style, like I would have loved to connected more with the audience. When you were giving it, like we were looking down, so it was as though like looking down, looking up, so it was as though we like you were reading from a book. But because it's motivational, when you're like eye contact should be there, you should be looking at people's fine. You did it virtually, but when you are looking more on the camera, it will look like you are talking directly to us. So I think those are my two recommendations. And also, another my comment. I also for the last part, which is I actually use the sandwich method: comment, recommend, and comment. I love the fact that I forgot to mention that is the fact that she engaged the audience while she was giving her speech. I think it was during the second one, wait for motivation, when she was like, "Oh, who still sit around and wait for motivation?" I think there's some people that raised their hand. But in that part, I would have loved that she didn't rush through that. Like she would just wait for answers. Like people, oh yes, then somebody saying we've been above raised their hand and the like. So like she just delved in fast. Like she was like, oh, I don't even know if somebody raised their hand, but they think I love the fact that you engaged the audience at that point, but I don't the fact that you kind of rushed through that part could have just been more comfortable, just engage those. So my final recommendation is I love your speech, and your speech is more of the vocal variety, which is speech three. I would have loved that, towards the end, when you're like, what if you don't wait around? What if you don't compare yourself with others? I would have loved that you added the depth, like you're talking to us. What if you don't wait for motivation? What if you take action like a pro? Like you give that, like, your face, it's just kind of monotonous, but I love that you added that depth. So it look like you're talking, the way motivational speakers, what if I told you you don't have to sit around, things like that. So I would have loved that you did that during your speech. Overall, I love your speech, and I love the fact that you gave us a charge towards the end and you said we should think about it. So I mean, we are leaving the meeting, and then we have 5 pro tips on how we can be a disruptor. I don't have to be thinking of, when you say procrastinate like a pro, I'll be thinking of how can I take action like a pro. So I love the fact that you gave us some charges before we leave. Thank you, Tia. Thank you. I look forward to hearing more of your speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abibat. Now moving right along to our next disruptor. In another life, he may have come as Toastmaster Ugoma, but in this life, it's none other than Toastmaster Ugona Anyawun. Over to you, Toastmaster Ugona, to evaluate the third speaker.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Good afternoon once again, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. So I had the privilege today of evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Ime. Please, let's put our hands together. Toastmaster Ime, after the speech, I felt like I need to pick my phone and call someone. So I picked up my phone, I checked, there was nobody to call. It was that powerful, and it's a speech that we could connect with. So I love the pacing of the speech. You didn't rush it, you didn't make it too slow. Like every word, we could pick it, and it's a powerful message to us to try and call the people we need to call. So wonderful pacing there. I like that. Another thing is the story. The storyline was good. It was touching, and your friend who you felt that eagerness to call, but did not call because you have this pride and all that. So that stories have a way of enforcing a message, because you could come and tell us that, oh, try and reach out to people, and when I leave this door, I'll forget. But when I remember that story Toastmaster Ime told, I would always want to call people. If I don't have credit, I'll borrow, because it's very important. Thank you for that wonderful story. Another thing I liked about your speech, Toastmaster Ime, is you went into the nitty-gritty of the project because it's about vocal varieties and body language. I liked how you used your vocal varieties. But guess, vocal variety is the pace at which the speaker changes their voice tone to suit a particular message. So there were times when you said you called your friend and you screamed, "You have not made money and you have not picking my call." So we could hear from the tone of your voice there that that was actually how you did it. So the message was passed. That aggression was in your voice. And when she did not pick and you called the second time and she said, "Hello, Emily," you said it's a low voice. So you brought your voice down. So the story wasn't just a story. Well, we had imagination to follow through exactly what was happening. So vocal variety makes the story very real. Another thing you did was when you said pick up the phone now, it's an order. You spoke like you were a military general. Like I said at the beginning of the call, I was scared. I picked up my phone to make a call, but that was a very, very good thing. A very good speaker you did, a speech you delivered today. If there is any recommendation as per the project, you did very well with your voice and a little bit of hand gestures. What I felt you didn't add that much is the use of your body in general. So we noticed you were just rooted here, so you could just at least maybe move around, engage with people, look at people this way, and move and look at these people this way. That helps you connect more with the general crowd rather than just stand and just look like it's a statue, kind of just that body, use of body. And outside that, I thought it was a very good speech. Congratulations, you met the objective of the project. Thank you, and it's back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ugonna. You said you picked up your phone and there was no one to call. I'm going to make the assumption that maybe you've not saved my number. Toastmaster Ugonna, you can save my number and call me. I'll pick up. I'd love to learn from you. Now, I'm going right along to the final evaluator for the fourth speech. And it's quite apt that we're ending with a surveyor. Because unless I'm mistaken, a survey can be done at the beginning and the end. Now we're concluding at the end. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajani Ibrahim. Please, can we welcome him?
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Yes, you can run a traverse from the beginning and close back to the end. Different control or same control, anyone. Thank you very much, Toastmaster John. And Toastmaster Chidalu Okabekwa, that was a fantastic speech. Your heart was raising, your palms were sweating, shortness of breath. You described the feeling you used to feel in traffic, and that was the same feeling I used to feel when I delivered speeches, when I joined Seaside Toastmasters Club. Panic attack. I think everyone on this meeting have actually felt an iteration of panic attack before in their lives. What I want to commend you for with regards to that is your use of descriptive language. I like the way you used your descriptive language in that speech. Another thing I want to commend you for is your body language. You are very free and expressive with your body when you are describing the emotion you had with your panic attack, and also when you are describing the conversation with the psychologist you had. You're very, very expressive with your body. Your hand gestures were impactful, and also your smiles in your face was very expressive. Apart from descriptive language and body language, another thing I like about the speech is because this speech is about engaging with the audience. I like the fact that at the start of your speech, you engage the audience with a question. At the middle of your speech, you engage the audience with a small exercise. You told us to close our eyes, take a deep breath, and not think about food. Yeah, that was hard. And at the end of your speech, you engage the audience with a call to action, telling us to try to focus our brain properly and write the story of our lives. Another thing I liked about your speech is the fact that you were very comfortable throughout your speech. You were very, very, very comfortable. And to think that you joined Toastmaster recently, you were very, very comfortable. I really like your comfort level. Now, at Toastmasters, we're all about personal improvement. So now, what would I like to recommend that you do better? I think voice I have two things about your voice. I felt like throughout your speech, you have a very nice voice, but your volume was too low. At the start of your speech, I didn't get the question you asked about the brain. I had to go to YouTube to listen to the question again after you finish your speech. Your voice was too low, especially at the start of your speech. Another thing is that you didn't pace very well. There are moments in your speech that needed the use of pause. Just pause while speaking. That would have made your speech more effective. So your voice is something you need to look at. The second thing I want to talk about is when you're talking about the connection between the amygdala and the hippocampus, not a lot of us can make that connection easily. For you to help us make that connection easily, try to use an image, maybe a PowerPoint slide or a physical image that you print on a card or something. You should consider the use of prop. So the third recommendation I have for you, I feel like this is like the most important recommendation. This is it. Your speech title was Mastering Your Mind, but the speech content really focused mainly about what to focus our brain on and how to focus our brain. I feel like you should have found a way to connect our ability to focus our brain to the mastery of our mind during the end of your speech. I think that's something that you need to do to make the content of your speech rhyme with the topic of your speech. Thank you very much. I'm going to send the rest of the what's it called, evaluation to you privately. And congratulations, Toastmaster Chidalu, and it's back to you, Toastmaster John, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani. Please can we give him a round of applause again? And now we have heard from the evaluators for the prepared speeches. We segue to the general evaluation of the entire meeting. It's my pleasure to welcome back to our screens the grammarian for this meeting. Please let's welcome Toastmaster Benita. Toastmaster Benita, our screens are now in your control. Toastmaster Benita, are you here? Searching for her. Yes, I see you. You can unmute and speak, Toastmaster Benita. You're muted, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so we're all welcome back. We did well on the word of the day. Toastmaster John Olumiya used the word of the day, disruptor, about 6 times. Then the timer one. The first speaker used it once. Toastmaster of the day used it 3 times. The second speaker one. Third speaker once. Then area director one. Toastmaster Bibat one. So the winner is Toastmaster John Olumiya. It's because of the network, so I couldn't capture most of the words for today. So that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Grammarian, or Toastmaster Benita, excuse me. Did you have any areas of poor grammar and areas of proper grammar that you want to share?
The network was really bad on my end, so I barely hear most of the words.
Okay, that's fine.
I have to skip that.
Those of you that joined today scared that your grammar is poor, you are so fortunate. I don't know if you planned it with the network. Next time though, we'll capture your grammar usage, improper and proper, and give you feedback on how to get better. Is the essence of the evaluation portion. Now, moving right along to my next team member, the R counter. Hopefully, he was able to get some things because I know there were some network issues as well. Please, can you join me and welcome with a round of applause, Toastmaster Segun Olabode. Over to you, Toastmaster Segun.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope everyone can hear me.
We can hear you in the virtual space. I'm not sure
Good
about the
afternoon.
physical audience. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Yeah, I was unable to explain to you the role of the account earlier. The network, I had network issues. It was an amazing thing today. So today, TM Benita used the word M once. TM Mia, the word M twice, and well once. TM Chidalu used the word twice. DA Abinamo, sorry if I pronounce that properly, used the word once. TM Olusegun used the word M twice. TM Abibat, the word M once, like several times. But the word but once, and also she repeated the phrase, this O, she said O twice also, and TM Ajani used the word M once. And over to you, General Alberto. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our accountant. You did not report on your own use of pause fillers, but will permit you for today. Moving right along to my final team member, the timer. Please let's welcome with a round of applause, both physical and virtual, Toastmaster Blessing Japheth. Toastmaster Blessing, the lectern is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone gets time, especially the prepared speakers. Gets time. Except Toastmaster of the day, Tim Adishola, she exceeded with some second. Then the president, Tim Ibuki, his allotted time was 5 minutes, but he spent 8 minutes for the second. Wow. The evaluators that exceeded Toastmaster Abibat, she spent 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Toastmasters Oguna, 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Toastmaster Ajani Ibrahim, 3 minutes, 48 seconds. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Blessing. Please, can we give a round of applause to Toastmaster Blessing? Now I get the opportunity to give the final report for the evaluation team, which is the general evaluators report. I would love to commend Seaside Toastmasters. Before the meeting started, the guests and members in the virtual space were kept engaged, which is something that we should continue to do. The meeting started at 1:25, but because of the rain, we understand. In Lagos, once you have a few drops, there's massive disruption. We understand that we started that late. At the start of the meeting, we had 21 devices in the virtual space, which is great. I don't know how many people we had in the physical room. We started with the Toastmasters promise, which is very important. We need a reminder regularly of why we are here. It will help us become those type of people that actually take actions on those things. Well done, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. The Toastmaster of the day, I loved how you started and took us to the meeting. You were very warm and engaging. I was wondering, how can I be more like you when I grow up? The introductions today were very pertinent, and introductions do a minimum of 2 things. First, it helps the person you're introducing feel like they can actually achieve what you are saying they can do. And second, it lets the audience have a reason to listen to the person coming up to speak. I love that everyone was well introduced before they came up to speak. A few areas of improvement, and you'll forgive me, since I'm in the virtual space, I can't really speak on things in the physical room. As the timer noted, the introductory part was too long. Please, let's pay attention. My assumption is she was already showing the cards since she noted the time that was used. Let's try and keep to time, especially at the beginning of the meeting. The role of the Toastmaster of the day is very important. First timers don't really know who we are most times. The Toastmaster of the day needs to please tell us, who are we as Toastmasters? Just give us a bit of that. That was not really done at today's meeting. It's a hybrid meeting. What that means is you have audience in the physical room as well as the virtual room. As you are speaking to the people in the physical room, you need to pay attention to the camera that represents the virtual audience. It may be challenging, but there are a lot of people there. At the peak of this meeting, which was very commendable, we had about 39 devices. When you only pay attention to the physical audience and you don't look at that virtual audience, those virtual audience, you are getting read. You are not connecting to about 39 people. Train yourself to please do that for hybrid meetings. Madam Grammarian, thank you for the job you did. The word of the day, I think, can be one that can be utilized more often, more so in daily engagements. Today, our word of the day was disruptors. I'm not sure that's a word people can regularly use. I would recommend that you lean more towards words people can use often, which enables them actually master it faster and infuse it to their regular communication. When speaking in the virtual space, if you want to go away from your system, you want to do something that you don't want the entire room to see, please just turn off your video. When you're going to bend down, when you're going to do anything else, it's very easy. Just click that button. Why do I say that? Especially for speakers. When you've been introduced and they've already spotlighted you, people don't start listening to your speech from the first moment you utter a word. Everything you're doing at that moment, they are paying attention to it. It's giving them a perception of the type of speaker you are. Once again, simply just turn off your video, do what you need to do, turn it back on, and continue. For the virtual space, your camera placement is important, meaning ideally you need space on your right, left, and above you. Don't lean so far forward that part of your head is cut off, which happened for one of the speakers. Go back enough that you have space on all sides. For the role players, please note that when you're delivering your reports, you're actually giving a speech. Playing roles gives you an opportunity to keep speaking. Madam Timer, I hope you're still timing so that I don't go too long. Please keep timing. It gives you an opportunity to deliver a speech, meaning when you're delivering your report, still have an introduction, body, conclusion. It's very important and useful to help you grow. For those of us in the virtual space, please let's be more engaged by using our reaction buttons. I didn't see much of that. And for the word of the day, please regularly post it in the chat, especially for something people are not really used to. I didn't see that done. Post it regularly in the chat. That being said, I commend how many of us we had in the virtual space, 39 people. All speakers were well prepared. I was stupefied by the quality of speeches. I'm glad we had an induction. Congratulations to everyone. I look forward to more quality meetings here at Seaside Toastmasters. And it's my pleasure to hand back control to the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
The evaluator. Thank you so very kindly, Toastmaster General Ivan. I repeated the same error that Toastmaster John Anumia. If you noticed that, kudos to you. Thank you for the evaluation. Very well done. It was rounded, it was wholesome, and it's a lesson for us even at our next meeting. Thank you once again, and also to our role players for delivering excellently well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the very end of our meeting here at Seaside Toastmasters Club, and it's my pride, privilege, and pleasure to be here for the first time at Seaside Toastmasters Club, from my club all the way from Ikeja, GRA, BSN Toastmasters Club. Thank you for the opportunity. I've had a great time listening to riveting speeches, to also learn at a different Toastmasters Club that I'm used to. Thank you once again. And kudos to the new members. I'm enthralled that you were today inducted and you all gave fantastic speeches. And I celebrate you and I look forward to your growth here at Seaside Toastmasters Club. On this note, I would like to invite our distinguished president, Toastmaster Ebube Joel Morley, to round off with the results of the evaluations and the speakers today. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for him who comes forward.
Please, I will keep celebrating the TMOD. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, for driving the meeting forward and giving us the best of the best. Thank you so much, everyone who had participated in today's meeting. I'd like to thank the online participants as well. Thank you to all the role players. Thank you to the Vice President Education and the entire executives for getting to put forward an amazing and exceptional meeting. Thank you so much. Now we are in the final segment of our meeting today, and I'm going to finalize the formalities for today's meeting by getting to recognize the most improved speakers and also give us some little announcement. Also, I'm going to introduce a new set of expos by getting to display their images on our screen so that we can know the new set of expos that are going to be charting the path forward in subsequent meetings for Seaside Toastmasters Club. And before I get to announce the most improved speakers, I would like to first thank special category of people who have joined us in today's meeting. And I'd like to first appreciate and celebrate our guests. Please, you can stay back immediately after this meeting. We have a conversational engagement procedure that we want to also hear from you. So immediately after this meeting, we also like to have an interaction with you. So please stay back, our guests, joining us virtually and also physically. I also like to recognize and appreciate our area director. She has always been supporting us in our meeting. Thank you so much, and thank you for getting to always support us. And during our meeting, I saw the president of the Toastmasters Club in Burkina Faso, Toastmaster Nazi Mazi, Toastmaster Ayuba To. I'd like to say thank you so much and welcome. And also, I'd like to congratulate and say thank you to our very own speakers. Today, we are going to be celebrating Toastmaster Chidalo because she just completed our level 3. So thank you so much, and it's been an amazing journey for us here at Seaside Toastmasters Club because there's been a lot of learning, there's been a lot of improvement, and there have also been a lot of people to rely on, a community of positive-minded people who would like to say thank you. So for our speeches today, we were only able to take voting for the prepared speech segment. And we have a lot of people who have improved drastically from the way they were able to put together their speeches, speech crafting, from the way they came on stage to present their speeches. there's been a lot of significant improvement. And today we have someone who is going to go home with the crown and with the award. And is a lady, and no other person than Toastmaster Chida Lo Capella. If joining actually comes forward to celebrate, please celebrate Toastmaster Chida Lo. Congratulations. Congratulations. So you completed level 3, this is your level 3 ribbon. And the best thing happened today, this is your ribbon. So thank you so much. So thank you. Thank you. So congratulations to Toastmaster Chida. Every of the speakers were exceptional, and from the voting that we got, Toastmaster Chida is the most improved speaker for today's meeting. Our next meeting is going to be happening on the 5th of July 2025. And in that meeting, we are going to be having a new set of executives. And please permit me to introduce the new set of executives that are going to begin to chart the path forward for Seaside Toastmasters Club in the subsequent meetings of Seaside Toastmasters Club. From the electioneering committee of Seaside and from the entire members of Seaside, we were able to go through the voting process. And these are the new executives. Toastmaster Cruz, the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Otonola Abayomi, the Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Grant Oti, the Vice President Membership 2, Toastmaster Abibat Oyeni, the Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Tosin, the Vice President Public Relations 2, Toastmaster Miriam Oke, the Treasurer, Toastmaster Ime Basi, the Treasurer 2, Toastmaster Mary, the Secretary 1, Toastmaster Chida Lo Ogona, Secretary 2, Toastmaster Benita Osheni, Sergeant at Arms 1, and Toastmaster Mohammed, the Sergeant at Arms 2. I'd like to say congratulations to people for even accepting to serve. I like to say that it's going to be a very easy journey because you have a community of people that are willing and ready to support you. So once again, congratulations. Finally, I would like to mention that we're having a division event. For most of us who are guests, Seaside Toastmasters is on the club level. A step forward is the area level, and a step further is the divisional level. So both the club, both the division level, both the area level, and both the district, they are regulating the club, right? So that is why you see the program quality of each club gets to improve. That is because there are layers of commands that are trying to hold us accountable. Now we're having a division event that is coming up on the 21st of June, which is next week, Saturday. And we'd like to invite everyone. It's open to both guests and it's also open to both members. Although it's with a little token of 50,000 naira, and it's promised to be one of the best events that you would ever want to attend. So please make plans to attend it. And if you need more details about the event, please reach out to me or the incoming president, Toastmaster Kudos Adebayo. And any other information in the course of the meeting will communicate them across to you. By the powers vested on me as the president of Seaside Toastmasters Club, I hereby declare today's meeting officially closed. Thank you so much. And for everyone who basically attended, we bought some drinks, we bought some cakes, we want to celebrate the transitioning. For those online, we are sorry. So for everyone physically present, please wait behind. We are definitely going to share and marry together. For the membership charge, just that, John, I don't know if it will be convenient for you to engage with people online so we can manage the booking. All right, thank you so much.
Fine,
so
Mr.
for our guests online, thank you, sir. Please stay behind so that Toastmaster John can also give you a pep talk, get your questions, and also get to respond to you. We will also manage ones here. Thank you so much, everyone, and do have an amazing week.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to our guests. Welcome. We have a lot of first-time guests here, and it's a privilege to have you here. I've already seen a few people typing in the chat that they're interested in knowing how to join. Fantastic. I don't know if there's anyone affiliated with membership here, but Toastmaster Abibat, is it possible to get people's details? If we can drop the link for joining where they can fill their details there, fine. Otherwise, you can drop your email and your phone numbers. We'll get that. But it's a very simple process to join. Seaside, we're one of many clubs in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. What I tend to tell people is if you can visit more clubs, I encourage you to, because clubs are made up of people. People create the culture. I want you to love the culture of the club you're joining. Why? Because you actually want to attend a club where you love the culture. I never feel like I'm stressed or burdened to attend Seaside meetings. I actually look forward to attending Seaside meetings. Look, today I wanted to attend physically. Now I am missing out on the drink and cakes. You see what I'm talking about? This is the type of culture that we need here. But some people are already stating that they love the vibe they're feeling here. If you feel that 100%, by all means, drop your email, drop your number, we'll reach out to you. Toastmaster Bibat, please let's ensure we're getting those. All that happens when you drop your email, we'll send you an email. It has a form that you need to fill. You fill the form, you send your CV, and you just pay your membership dues. It's that simple. For new members, it's $120 plus 20, meaning 140. The $20 is an additional for new members. The 120 is the annual dues for every member. And for Seaside, we pay 20,000 Naira as well for local dues. All that will be given in the information that you have when the email is sent to you. Very simple process. As soon as you join, you're given a mentor, you're signed up on Pathways. That's where our e-learning takes place. Here at Toastmasters, everything happens electronically. You choose your path that has your learning program there, and you follow it at your pace. But let me state this. Please, when you join, take action. The new members you saw give speeches today is because they are taking action. They are actually giving speeches, they are taking feedback, working on it, and improving. You can be a member for 10 years, and rather than getting better, you might actually get worse because you don't take action. Take action at the pace you want to improve. Very, very important. It's a very seamless process of becoming a new member. I don't know if anyone has a question at this point. Oh, and then in terms of mentoring, a mentor can be assigned to you. You can also pick a mentor, and you can have both. You have a mentor assigned to you and pick other people to mentor you as well. Does anyone have questions regarding becoming a new member, Seaside Toastmasters, or Toastmasters in general? And to confirm, Toastmaster Bibat, please, are you getting the details? People are dropping their details, their email and phone numbers.
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much. Yes. Does anyone have a question? You can raise your hands and then you'll be called upon so we can attend to your questions. And if you're not in Lagos, because I know at least one person is not in Lagos, there might be clubs in the states you're in. You can also find out about that. I would recommend that you join those clubs rather than join Seaside that is in a completely different state. Fortune, please unmute and go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And thank you for this opportunity. So I've been a part of the Seaside Toastmasters on WhatsApp as a guest, and I also know there's Seaside Ikeja. But since you mentioned about culture today, I'm wondering what other clubs are in Lagos. I mean, I don't know if you would want to disclose your own club, for instance, so I can also compare and then know what decision to make at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you for that question, Fortune. Seaside is actually the club I belong to. Seaside is one of the clubs. There's Eagle Toastmasters, the club that started Seaside. They also meet in Eco Hotel and have hybrid meetings. There's Victoria Bay. There's Ikeja Toastmasters Club. There's Surulere Toastmasters Club. There's Delta Afrique Toastmasters Club. There are a number of them. Merit. You can go online and search for those clubs. If you're in Ikeja and you want to attend that club because it's closer, by all means. If you're in Surulere and Sunday evening works better for you, join Surulere. You go to different clubs, as I said, for different culture and different intentions. Some clubs may have older people, some younger people, some have business owners, some are more working class people, some have more men, some have more women. You are the one that knows your goals. You're joining to achieve your goals. Search, attend, and choose. Once you're a member of one club, you can attend all the Toastmasters Club around the world, and we're in over 140 countries. I hope that assists, Fortune.
Yes, it does. But I'm wondering if I can also follow up with this question. Why should
Yes, please.
I know you want me to attend meetings and all, but for someone who wants to make a decision firsthand, why should I join the Seaside over others? I don't know if you would want that.
Yeah, I'll answer it. There's absolutely no reason for you to join Seaside over others. No reason. If by attending you don't feel motivated to join Seaside, don't join Seaside. Join Seaside. Attend other clubs and join them. As I said, I love coming to meetings here. That's me. Fortune, you're completely different from me. If you don't feel moved to join Seaside, please don't join, because you will join and waste your money. Go where you are going to join and actually utilize it by attending meetings and giving speeches, being mentored, mentoring others, taking up leadership roles. If you're not inspired to join, do not join. Does that help you, Fortune?
It does. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Any other questions, please? Or comments, generally speaking? By the way, let me iterate this again, or reiterate this. Do not join if you're not going to take action. Go and use that money to have nice lunch or dinner. It's a waste to think you're going to get better if you're going to pay for something and not take action on it. Please don't join. If you don't have the time now, from your perspective, do not sign up for any Toastmasters club. If you want to improve and you are willing to take action, 100% pay and join. As Fortune noted, there's no reason that you should join this club. Find a club that you feel, I love it here. I want to join, I can grow here, I can contribute here. One of the best ways to grow is to contribute. If you're not going to take action, please don't join. Fortune, please go ahead.
Thank you. Please, I would like to have the contact the lady from Ikeja who spoke today, because Ikeja is closer to my own side. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Sorry, which lady from Ikeja are you speaking about?
I think she was the Toastmaster of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, she's a member of BSN Toastmasters Club. Do you want that contact?
Is BSM at Ikeja?
I actually don't know their location. There is Ikeja Toastmasters. There's also BSN. You can find out from her. Send me a message. I am dropping my number. Send me a message. I'll give you her contact, and you can find out whatever information you need from her. Is that okay?
Thank you so much. Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Send me a message on WhatsApp. You don't have to send a text. Any other questions? Any other comments? For those of you that are interested, please drop your email, your phone number. I believe that everyone that have dropped their emails and phone numbers, Toastmaster Abibat already took them down, and you should be receiving an email today. Worst case scenario tomorrow. Toastmaster Abibat, please, can you confirm? Let me not state something. Okay. So today or tomorrow, you will get that email. And if you're willing to take action, let me say that again. If you are willing to take action, then please go ahead and join. If you still want to look at other clubs and see what fits you more, your personality, your goals, please don't pay and join yet. Take the time to visit those clubs and then join. Let me share this brief story. A friend of mine was, I guess, finally ready to get married, and she asked me, where can you find people that are able to think, people that they're up and coming, they are focused on growth? And honestly, one of the places that jumps to my mind, Toastmasters. Some people join Toastmasters because they feel they're ready to get married. That's a completely different objective from someone that wants to improve their public speaking, different from someone that wants to become a better leader. You can see that people have different objectives. Your objective should be what drives you to join a club. I have no idea what your specific objective is. And if your objective, based on your experience, cannot be met at Seaside, do not join Seaside. Please don't join Seaside if we cannot meet your own specific goals. Go and discover which club can help you. And if you don't see any club, then don't join Toastmasters. It may be somewhere else. But if Seaside is the place you feel, look, my objectives can be met here, then by all means, join. And when you join, you need to take action. If all this does not seem appealing to you, don't waste your time. If this seems like the challenge you want, then yes, you are more than welcome to join. Any other comments? Any other questions? I'll give us a few seconds because only Fortune was asking questions. Maybe your questions are already answered, but if you do have, raise your hand and ask. If you feel for whatever reason nervous speaking in front of people, you can also type and I'll read the question and attend to it to the best of my ability. Fortunately, our area director is here. So if I don't know something, probably she knows the answer. I'll give us a few seconds in case we're typing. For those of us that we already have our questions answered and we're good to go, please feel free. You can leave the call. It was a delight having you here. We are having our next meeting the first Saturday in the month of July from 1 to 3 p.m. It's going to be hybrid once again. Physical in Echo Hotel and virtual, the same link that you used to join today. Hopefully, I'll be in the physical room next time and maybe see some of you in that room at Echo Hotel. I don't see any questions in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and weekend. And I'm looking forward to some of you being new members, either at Seaside or other Toastmasters Club. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.